Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. If you're just tuning in, our focus today has been on after-school programs. Studies show that getting youth involved with these type of programs can decrease drug usage, prevent criminal behavior, increase moral values, strengthen confidence, or just give kids a safe place to hang out with friends. My next guest is Lynn Greb, who serves as a senior director at Milwaukee Recreation. How are you, Lynn?
Hi, Andrea. It's great to be here. We're doing fantastic.
I thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today. And as I mentioned, Milwaukee Rec provides after-school programming, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. So if you would kind of give our viewers an overall look at some of the things that you do through Milwaukee Rec for all ages.
Absolutely. So I feel like we are one of the best kept secrets in Milwaukee, and we're working hard to make sure more people know about what's available to them through the Recreation Department. We've actually been around since 1911, and
Wow.
proudly we continue to serve all age groups with community recreation services. And so we do things like swim lessons. We offer adult sports activities. As you mentioned, we have over 100 locations with after school programming. We actually operate a farm outside of Milwaukee. So we take school groups and youth groups out to see life on a farm. Boy, I could go on and on. All the athletic activities, youth sports, high school athletics, as I mentioned, adult sports. And then really one of our bread and butter is all of our community recreation enrichment classes, which I know we're going to talk about today. And people that live in the city are familiar with our booklet that comes out 4 times a year with all of our programming listed. But pretty much what you can think of as community recreation is probably something we offer.
Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. And Milwaukee Recreation, of course, is a department of Milwaukee Public Schools. So there is a lot there for students and parents. But even if you're not a parent of a student, you can take part in some of these programs and services that are offered, right?
Yes, for sure. We do serve the entire city of Milwaukee, and even non-residents are welcome in our programs. But really what makes us unique is our connection to the Milwaukee Public School District. And so the majority of our programs are held within school buildings after the school day ends, which really ties back to our tagline that was coined many years ago as the City of the Lighted Schoolhouse, because our founding individuals had this idea that school buildings are typically vacant after school day ends. And so why not use these facilities for the community to come back into and benefit from? And so this relationship has just been wonderful and unique. And so we do invite everybody to come and participate in our programs.
Yeah, and I think many would agree that it's extremely important to provide quality and affordable services to everyone who's living in the Milwaukee community. So let's talk specifically about your fall programming, because fall is right around the corner. Actually, so close we can touch it, right?
It is, and I keep waiting for it to cool off a little bit. We had a hot summer, but yeah, we're super excited for fall. Our booklet was mailed out to all city households the early part of August. We also make copies available in the public libraries, and our booklet is also available online at milwaukeerecreation.net. So it's full of numerous opportunities from art, sports, personal development, as I mentioned earlier, aquatics, and music, language classes. It's just a great way to expose yourself to either something you enjoy or something you want to learn more about. So we can talk specifics if you like, but yes, we are ready. We are taking registrations as we speak. So now's the time to get involved.
Yeah, one thing in particular that stood out to me is the midnight sports leagues, because sometimes, and I talked about this in the last segment, you know, kids have a tendency to find themselves in not so positive situations, just sometimes out of boredom. So to keep kids and other young people off the streets, you have these midnight sports leagues, which have proven to be very successful.
We do. We provided basketball and soccer. The term midnight, we're not really playing at midnight. We're playing in the mid to later part of the evening, but it's still the goal of the program is to engage young adults in positive programming, in this case, basketball and soccer, and then connect those opportunities to social services as well and help young people get connected to job opportunities or other supports that they may need to successfully continue on in their early adult years. And so I think it's a twofold benefit. It has proven very successful, and we look forward to continuing into the fall with that program.
Yeah, and something that I hear people talk about all the time is how at one time in the schools there was driver's education, and that has not been available to everyone across the board. So Milwaukee Recreation definitely has that driver's education available. And then, as I mentioned, the before and after school programming. And then you have your arts internship program, which, by the way, just won 2 Mandy Awards. And a Mandy Award is Milwaukee Awards for Neighborhood Development Innovation. So that goes without saying. It's a great program that has been recognized for the good things that are happening.
Yes, we're super excited for the Mandy, and you, as you know, it's kind of a surprise. You know you're a finalist, but you don't hear until the evening of the awards if you're actually the chosen recipient.
Yeah.
And so getting that news was very exciting for us. That internship program has been a great program. I believe this year our interns earned $57,000 total across all of the participants. We have a great partnership with a lot of local arts organizations, and it exposes young people to that possibly first job opportunity in an area, a field that they're interested in, which potentially could lead to further employment or guidance for their education after high school. And you mentioned the driver education program, and you might think, well, what's a recreation department running driver education? But again, our connection with Milwaukee Public Schools affords us the opportunity to help support the district in a number of ways. And the driver education, we are just super proud of, especially our MPS Drive program, which provides free driver education to MPS students. And that has proven extremely successful in a way to get licenses into the hands of our young people, which can lead to job opportunities, voting opportunities. So very important connection to that program.
Yeah, and I wanted to also point out that one of your longtime coaches, Quintin Reed, he appeared on Good Morning America a couple of months ago and was surprised with tickets to one of the Bucks finals games because of his commitment to some of the programming that comes right through Milwaukee Rec. So that is something a lot of people are proud of as well.
That was had chills going through me upon seeing Quintin receive that surprise to get to go to one of the Bucks finals games. I also had a chance to see him on the court this summer. He was coaching a team in our inclusive league, which pairs young people, teens, with peers of theirs that might have a cognitive disability to play basketball together on the same team. And Quintin was one of the coaches, and he's just done a phenomenal job. And that too is just another wonderful program that we're a part of.
Yeah, something you all should be proud of. Now, we're quickly running out of time, but you do have some special events that are planned for this fall. You've got your Halloween Glen, that's October 8th and 9th, Kick or Treat, which is Saturday, October 30th, and Twilight Centers, which is a safe place for teens now offering through fall hours. So people can go to your website and find out more information about these special events and all of the other great things you've talked about today, right?
For sure. Again, it's MilwaukeeRecreation.net, super easy to remember. It's a wonderful website, hopefully very intuitive and can give you that information. But yeah, I want to put a plug for Halloween Glen. It's an outdoor activity in the early fall, super for families. We've been doing it for over 20 years. It's got a great track record, and everybody that participates always comes away with a great feeling, as well as the Winter Wonderwoods, which will be coming up in December. And again, another great family activity. So check it out.
All about family fun. We thank you so much for coming by and giving us this great information, Lynn. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Andrea. Appreciate the opportunity.
Lynn Greb is a service director at Milwaukee Recreation, and for more information on anything we've discussed or to see a full list of those programs and services, again, you can visit their website at milwaukeerecreation.net or give them a call at 414-475-8180. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.